afternoon. I'm Prophetess Tammy Corney, coming back with you with part 2 of Daniel chapter 1. Yesterday we studied Daniel. We went over the chapter, expressed everything that was going on with Daniel, how he had favor with God. Now I want to have some study questions. On this part, at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to ask you a question. At the bottom of the screen, you have your answers. But try to answer the questions yourself before I put the answers on the bottom of the screen. Let's go over chapter 1 of Daniel. What do you think God gave Daniel in order for Daniel to be able to accomplish everything that he accomplished with all the individuals that he accomplished you with? What did we talk about that God gave Daniel? Do you remember? When I count to 5, the answer come on the bottom of the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Favor. God gave Daniel favor. Amen? Now, can you remember the 3 names of Daniel's friends who was with Daniel? When I count to 5, the answers would be at the bottom of the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hannah, Michelle, and Ezra. Amen? And to make sure that we're pronouncing the names correctly, you remember I told you to download the app on your cell phone. Amen? And if you download the app on your cell phone, the only thing that you have to do is to plug in the names. And once you plug in the names, you will give the pronunciation. But I'll let you do that on your own. Okay? Let's see what other questions that we have in chapter 1. I want you to name the king who took over in the third year of the reign of Jehovah King. What was the king's name? When I count to 4, the answer will appear on the bottom of your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Amen? Okay. Now, tell me, do you remember what Daniel refused to do? What was it he refused to do? Okay? And if you don't remember these things, just go back over chapter 1 and set it in. I'm going to count to 4, then we'll go over it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a fast 4. Daniel refused to defile his body, amen, and eat the dirty foods from the king's table, amen. Would Daniel request that him and his friends eat? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the bottom of the screen. That's right. Vegetables and water. Okay. Now tell me, give me 4 characters. I'm not sure if we went on this before, but we'll do it again. Give me 4 characters that the king wanted in the young men, that he chose to be his servants, to serve in the palace. On the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, your answers may be a little different than mine, so just go back to chapter 1 and review it. Off the bat, it was like he had to be well-rounded, had to have knowledge, had to be without blemish, good-looking, smart. Just looking back in chapter 1. Okay, let's see what else we should know. How many years of training did the young men have to have? Was it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years? At the bottom of your screen. Absolutely. Tell me, what was the chief that Daniel asked to not to eat of the food? What was he afraid of? What did he tell Daniel? What did he tell Daniel? And what I want you to do yourself is, at the bottom of the screen, it's going to have some writing on what he told Daniel. You can look in chapter 1, but have your own piece of paper and you write down that. What did he tell Daniel? What was he afraid of? What he said exactly? What did he say? Amen? Okay. So I'm thinking that, oh, something else I want to go over with you too. I want you to write down Daniel's new name, Michelle's new name, Hananiah's new name, and Azarah's new name. I want you to write down what did the king name them. Amen? And then after that, I want you to write an essay on chapter 1 of what you think the whole chapter 1 meant. What did you get out of chapter 1? Amen? What are your details of what did you get out of chapter 1? I mean, what about Daniel that you would like to be like Daniel? What kind of characters Daniel have that you would like to have? That you would like to possess? The power that Daniel had. Explain the relationship between Daniel and God. What kind of relationship you think that Daniel and God had? Tell me a little about Daniel from just that first part of chapter 1. What do you think about Daniel? What your personal feelings is about Daniel? Amen? All right. Again, we're going to close this out. This is just my review of chapter 1 of Daniel, because I want you to understand who Daniel was, the beginning of who Daniel was. But before we start getting into the full development of Daniel, I want you to understand the beginning of Daniel. Amen. Again, I'm Prophetess Tammy Corney coming to you live from Glen Oaks and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And our website is www.tammycorney.org. The program is sponsored by Tammy Corney Bail Bonding. If someone you love goes to jail, call Tammy Corney for the bail. Tammy Corney Bail Bonding. And don't forget, Free Spirit Outreach Ministry. That's where I worship. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Thank you for joining Prophetess Tammy Corney at What is it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's www.tammycorney.org. And our next thing will be, teaching will come off Daniel, the 2nd chapter. So I'll see you then. Amen. Amen.